You must have heard the story of the moving stones, but what about the moving mountains? Welcome back to Fact Hub videos.
There are many unusual and mysterious places on our planet. There are numerous such fascinating areas on this planet, from the Bermuda Triangle to the undersea river, that even brilliant scientists are working together to comprehend them. Today you will discover more about these strange locations, their origins, and whether they actually pose a puzzle. So let's start our countdown.
Number 7. In the midst of Turkmenistan's stunning Karakum Desert, where it is already extremely hot, in a pit 100 feet below the surface, a fire is maintained for 24 hours, known as the Darwaza gas crater. This covers a space of 17,500 square feet. This fire has been blazing in the same manner for the past 50 years, rain or shine. But who set this fire here is the real mystery. In 1971, a Soviet geologist was digging here when the ground unexpectedly shifted and turned into a pit. However, a weird scent began emanating from this area. Natural methane gas was discovered to be leaking from this pitcher after study was conducted. Methane gas is harmful, thus numerous attempts to stop it from escaping the ground were made, but they all failed. This gas was finally ignited to protect the environment. From that day onward, this fire is blazing in this manner.
Number 6. Upon seeing this unique mountain, it appears to be an island in the cloud rather than water. The name of this mountain is Roraima Mountain, whose height is 2,810 meters. The top of Roraima Mountain is entirely smooth in comparison to other mountains, and the nearby waterfall is regarded as the second highest waterfall in the world. This mountain is more over 2 billion years old. According to a team from National Geographic, since this mountain is completely isolated from the rest of the globe, no human has ever been able to travel there. Sir Everett first ascended this mountain in 1884, and it wasn't until then that the world learned how smooth the top of this mountain was. The discovery that this mountain is home to several forms of life surprised the researchers. Additionally, there are animals and plant species that have been discovered by researchers for the first time. 53% of the species found on Mountain Roraima had never been seen before.
Number 5. A photograph of the Indian Ocean taken by a NASA satellite showed several submerged objects that appeared to connect Sri Lanka and India. Number 5. A photograph of the Indian Ocean taken by a NASA satellite showed several submerged objects that appeared to connect Sri Lanka and India. The local thinks that Hindu Lord Ram constructed this bridge, and that's also referred to as the Magic Bridge. Many of the floating stones that the Hindu Lord Ram is said to have used to build this bridge can still be seen nearby. This bridge is 48 kilometers long, and a significant portion of it is now underwater. The scientists discovered throughout their study that the stones used to construct the bridge were set on a sandbar.
When radiocarbon dating was done to establish the age of the sandbar and these stones, they discovered sufficient evidence to conclude that although this sandbar is entirely natural, the stones set on it must have been transported from somewhere else. The results were unexpected, and the experts were shocked as well. They discovered that these stones are in fact 7,000 years old. How these rocks got here is a big scientific puzzle, despite the fact that the sand strip beneath them is barely 4,000 years old.
Number 4. Have you ever witnessed a mountain shifting position or moving? Could it be possible? This strange mountain, which is located in Tanzania's Ngorongoro Conservation Area, shifts position by up to 66 feet a year. That is, from where it is today, it will move forward or backward by 20 meters the following year, and it will do so in a very natural manner. Surprisingly, the former president of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete, testified in his press conference that if a small amount of sand were to be taken from this mountain and preserved in home, it would act in the same manner. These sand mountains are at least 3 million years old, according to many studies that scientists carried out to determine the cause of this mountain's movement, and ever since they have been shifting their position. The true cause of these shifting sand dunes is yet unknown.
Number 3. We all know that the Earth's surface is made up of 71% of water and 29% land. When you look at the map of the world, the ocean all across the world world appear to be connected, despite the fact that we have simply given them different names. However, if you go between the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, you can witness a beautiful scene in the center of the ocean. Even though there is no sea wall here, the water from the two seas does not merge. But why? What is the secret of these two waters that they do not meet despite the sea's waves? Because of this, the two oceans' salt content and water quality differ as well. You must have learned in school that saltier water weighs more than the plain water. The same thing takes place in these two waters. These two oceans do not meet without a wall because in addition to having distinct salt contents, their chemical compositions are also dissimilar.
Number 2. The island of Flores is located in Indonesia. In the lush highlands of this island, there are 3 distinct lakes. Despite the fact that these 3 lakes were made in a single process, each one's color is entirely unique. One is black, another is turquoise, and the third is blue. However, what is surprising about it is not just that they are distinct hues, it is also that these 3 lakes' colors are changing constantly. Yes, sometimes it changes color 6 times a year and other times just once. However, these 3 lakes have never before been this colorful. Kelumoto National Park is the name of the area where these lakes are found. These 3 lakes are beneath active volcanoes, which cause ongoing chemical reactions in the lakes. They most likely affect the color of the lake's water chemically in response to them. But it remains a mystery as to why these 3 lakes' colors never blended together.
Number 1. In the Indian state of Manipur, there is a freshwater lake called Loktak that is 287 square kilometers. The only floating national park in the world, which we refer to as Kibul Lamjao National Park, is located in the same Loktak Lake. Thousands of tiny floating islands, which of many are naturally ring-shaped, can also be seen in the lake. These islands were populated and one of them is a home to a small school. The odd thing is that everyone who lives here feels like they are constantly moving. There is also a deer species called as Tengai that lives on these floating islands.
We hope that you will like and share this interesting video.
That's it for today.
Bye for now.